Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, our next guest is a comedy legend. Young Ones, Blackadder, so much we know about Ben Elton. After 5 years, he's back to his stand-up roots with a brand new tour. And he joins us now. Ben Elton, hello.
Hello. Nice to be back on the show, I must say.
So tell us about the new show, Authentic Stupidity. What's Authentic Stupidity about?
Well, I don't normally give my tours a title. I've been doing this now for 44 years, and I've always really talked about authentic stupidity because I think comedy is essentially about exploring the absurdity of the human condition, the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about each other. I mean, all comedy is really exposing our collective stupidity. It's what I always do, which is the stuff that outrages me, the stuff that exhilarates me. And I'm doing it from the position of being old. It's been 45 years since, I did my first gig in Australia in 1986, a long time ago. And I was kind of very young and opinionated, and I knew what I thought because that's their job. Young people know they're right, and they're going to tell everybody about it. And they're still doing that. And I did it when I was young. And now a whole bunch of young people are doing it to me. And now I'm the bewildered old man trying to catch up.
Well, you said you're also going to talk about the things that exhilarate you. What are those kinds of things?
Oh, well, quite often there are also things that are irritating, the course of married life, which is exhilarating, but also, take some negotiations. And, I always say I'm the biggest victim of my own comedy. I point a lot of fingers and I don't mind calling out the bad guys when I think I can be funny about it. But in the long run, one finger pointing outwards means three are pointing back at you. And I make myself the target, and I think I'm the biggest target. But my wife has started claiming that she thinks she's the biggest target, which is not true. She gets away very lightly, in my opinion. And she's very happy with it. She spent the first 3 weeks of the UK tour on the road with me as my wag, as she put it. That's not my term. She said, I'm your comedy wag. And she even washed my shirts a couple of times in the sink because when you're doing one night stands, no matter how much you can afford hotel laundry, you can't wait for it to be sent back.
And one thing I love is on my social media is and this is the beauty of social media, the algorithm is I just get all this old Young One stuff that just comes out of nowhere. And your thing the other day, and I just always love that episode when you were doing that show for the kids, nosing around. Yeah. And I was just watching it, and it just stands up. It was such a delight to see again, and it's so relevant to this day.
Well, it's funny. That's funny. That was right at the beginning of my career. I used to do that in my stand-up routine, and then I put it into the first episode of the Young Ones I wrote, and we made it into an actual physical sketch with other actors. But it used to just be a stand-up routine. Here we are nosing around, 4 young adults made by young adults, talking about all the stuff young adults are interested in, like unemployment. That worthy television, kind of ABC, BBC, very worthy.
You said your first stand-up was 40 years ago. How is life on the road now? Is it harder? Do you take more pleasure in it? What are the differences?
Well, I haven't met another future wife since 1986, so it's got less exciting in those days. That was the result of touring. Me and my dear friend, the late great Rick Mail, came to Australia as young stand-up comics in the mid-'80s. And I always say, I've always been a great believer in organised labour, and I'm a trade union man. I believe in, there are bad apples in every barrel, but I'm a trade unionist. And it was Australian trade unionism that gave me my lifetime of domestic happiness, because it was the Equity, the Australian Actors Union in those days, had the clout to insist on 4 Aussies to every 2 Poms. And me and Rick were thinking, oh my God, we can't put 4 more comics on our bill. But actually, we got booked this all-girl rock band, and I ended up marrying the bass player. So your question was, how's the road these days? Well, it's not as exciting as it was.
Well, it's romantic.
And you've got the laundry. At least you've got your wife washing your smalls.
No, my
in the
wife's
sink.
left the tour. She got bored with it. She's left the tour. She's going to rejoin it in London at the Lyceum. And I expect she'll be at the Perth gig. But no, she's done her day.
That's enough.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Well, Ben, it's great to talk to you. Tickets on sale November 12 via livenation.com.au. Ben Elton, it's always a treat.
Oh, it's really good fun to speak to you guys. Thank you for that. And I hope you come and see the show. I guarantee 2.5 hours of laughter. I know, because it's happened every night with the Poms. So hopefully you'll be there.
Good on you, mate.